What's up, everybody? Welcome to our How to Create a Deficit Program video. So I want to start the video here. This right here is your bi-weekly progress check. So basically every 2 weeks, dotFIT's going to ask you, what's your weight? What's your body fat? This is how dotFIT is holding you accountable and helping you to continue to see results throughout this entire 8-week program, right? And this is another reason why I highly encourage you guys to be tracking using dotFIT. Because even though other third-party apps are great at tracking calories, dotFIT is not only tracking your calories, it's tracking all your measurements, it's tracking everything that we're putting into it, and it's making sure that if it needs to, it's adjusting your calories in order to keep you seeing the body fat loss goals that we want. So we're going to close out of this, and now let's find our actual calories. So we're going to go to Summary, New Program. Now, if you've never had a dotFIT account before, or this is your first time logging in, this screen we go to next right here is where you're going to be anyway when we first go into it. So we're going to click Lose Weight. Now, once we click Lose Weight, we're going to click Begin Now, and we're going to answer some questions about ourselves. Now, all this information you should have after you've done your weigh-ins already. So we just need date of birth, time you go to bed, weight, age, all those things. And make sure that you select weight and body fat measurements for what we're tracking. Because even though this program can be a standalone program where it doesn't need to know your body fat, your calories and your help will be much better if you're entering it in based off of your body fat weight or based off of your body fat. Once we do that, we're going to click Next. This next screen is basically saying, are there any medical conditions you currently have that you are not on meds for? We're going to go through this guy. We're going to click Next. This next one is saying, are you over the age of 65? And has your doctor currently said you should not, NOT, be working out, which is usually the opposite. Next. Okay. Now this next one is very important. We want to select our current activity level. Now, for the average person who just works out 3 to 5 times a week, you're going to fall under this guy. No matter how crazy your job is, unless you are like in construction or like some kind of a labor job where you're on your feet, most of us are going to fall under this category. Now, for those of you who do work out more than 5 times a week, you're consistently, right? Keyword consistently in fit body 6 times a week or anything crazy like that. That's where you're going to fall under this guy. Work out at least 5 times a week or perform continuous light activity. And then lastly, anybody who does something like doubling at Fit Body, or you do running on the side of here, basically you're doing anything besides just 5 workouts a week, that's where you're going to fall under I train multiple times per day. And that's where I would like to have you guys there. Lastly, diet, regular, vegan, vegetarian, and then calcium-rich foods. We're going to click Next. Now, for this next part and final part of finding our calories, we're going to assume our goal timeline, right? Now, our timeline is 8 weeks for the challenge, and then we're going to choose our goal body fat. Now, this is where we really have to be realistic with expected results. That's why I have a body fat chart here, and I want you guys to use this fat chart to help you pick your goal body fat. But also don't worry, dotFIT has safeguards in place to where if you do pick a goal that's a little bit unrealistic, it will course correct for us. So I'm going to pop this over into a larger screen so you can see it. Now, for my example, I'm just using 70% body fat for a male, right? So we have a male over here. Now, realistic expectations, we can expect to lose about 1 percentage point of body fat every couple weeks here. So that's where my goal is just going to be going from, I had 17%, I'm going to try and shoot it down to 12%. Now, I want to leave this up and I want you guys to pause this video. And whether you're a male or a female, I want you to look and see where you fall on the chart. And I highly encourage you, wherever you might be, to make your goal about 2 to 3 boxes below it. I know it might not be your ultimate goal, but again, remember, there's only so much we can do safely in 8 weeks. And I would much rather have you pick a realistic goal versus something that isn't realistic. So then once we pick it, we're going to go back over and we're going to type in our new goal body fat. So for example, I said 12. Now it's going to show how many actual pounds on the scale of change that would be. So we see, even for me, 11 pounds in 8 weeks is extremely, extremely aggressive, right? So again, safe weight loss is about 1 pound of weight per week. So we want to make sure we're doing something realistic. Now, I'm going to click next. And before I do that, I want to preface, guys, if you click next and it does not let you move forward, you need to adjust your body fat goal to something a little bit more realistic to make sure that this number here for you is somewhere around probably 8 to 10 pounds in our 8 weeks. Because remember also, the amount of weight you're going to lose is going to vary. The amount of inches you're going to lose is going to vary. We just want to do something that's realistic for us. So we're going to click next. Once we do that, we click summary. And now it's going to show us 2 different numbers. This number on the left is how many calories it would like us to consume every day in order to hit our goal. And then this number on the right is how many calories it estimates we're going to be burning every day during our deficit. So it estimates based on my activity level I typed in, I burn about 3,250 calories every day. Now, even though you don't have to track anything like steps, devices, anything like that below it, this is still a good tool to where now if I have something like an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, anything like that, I can look at my Fitbit throughout the day and my goal of total calories burned, not active calories, because that's just in workouts, but total calories burned by the end of the 24 or by the end of the day, right? So every 24 hours should be 3,250. So it's a good tool to help you to make sure that you're staying in track with your goals. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please reach out to your director of client services. We're all here to help you. Have an amazing day.